Hello, welcome to Complete Chiropractic Healthcare on the website of Dr. Greg Arnold, www.pitchingdoc.com. Today we're going to be discussing Barry Zito and his transformation over the course of a couple years. So if you look underneath the date here, you click on a hyperlink to a PDF, it'll pull this up. A little bit easier to read. So Barry Zito went from the A's to the Giants, and the Giants gave him a contract that was paying $18 million a year. But from 2007 to 2009, he didn't really pitch well at all, losing as many as 17 games one year for the Giants. So all of a sudden, in 2010, he started to really pitch well again. So, well, what happened? A really good article in May 10th in the San Jose Mercury News reflected on this, where did Barry go and what brought him back? So he had a longtime pitching coach named Dick Mills, and he started to actually talk with a doctor, Brent Russell, who was a fan of the biomechanics of cricket bowlers and swimmers. And what this led to was Barry doing a concept that we call throwing over the top. And it really hurt Barry over the course of those 3 years because it wasn't Barry's natural arm slot. We'll get to this in a few minutes. So throwing from a different arm slot, he just had less movement, couldn't throw the ball for strikes, and wound up really, really struggling. So, what actually happened that changed his outlook was he went ahead and he lowered his arm slot. He lowered his arm angle, which allowed him to feel freer and throwing the ball inside more. So this was a case where a pitching coach telling Barry Zito to throw the ball over the top was one of the biggest reasons why he struggled. And allowing his arm slot to come back down was one of the reasons why he started to play well again. So the biggest thing with the arm slot is you have to let the arm go where it wants to go. And one of the concepts that I've learned from Tom House, the National Pitching Association, is always throw with your eyes level. If you look at these pitchers, Carlos Zambrano, Randy Johnson, and Roger Clemens, all of them have 3 different arm slots, but what they all have in common is their body position. Their eyes are level at the moment of release point, and that is allowing their arm slot to go through the path of least resistance for them. Now, I've written previously on why throwing over the top is not good for you. So I've written 2 different newsletters. Excuse me. There's the first one back from 2014, March 4th, and then the second one that followed up on it was in June of 2015. These are both available on my website. I encourage you to come to the website, look at the videos. They're only a few minutes each, but they provide very important information on proper throwing mechanics for the kids. So if we go ahead and go to the second part of the newsletter, talks about more alarms on youth injuries, and this was from an article written in the New York Times that talked about just the why are kids getting hurt? Why are injuries continuing to go up in pretty much most sports in general? And especially with baseball that I've seen, the biggest risk factor for injury is year-round baseball. And here's the quote from the paragraph. A major factor in the rising injury rate is the current emphasis on playing one sport all year long, which leaves no time for muscles and joints to recover from the inevitable micro-trauma that occurs during practice and play. And when kids are specializing in one sport all year round and there's no cross-training, it really hinders the complete athletic development of the child. So you really need to stop playing baseball, any sport year-round. They should really only be in maybe 6-month increments. Playing more than one sport at a time is also, to me, I didn't really understand that at all. Just focus on one sport and really dive in with both feet every time and do it well, and then move on to the next one. Get away from baseball, get away from any sport for several months a year. It's a mental break just as much as a physical break. So I hope you found this information valuable. You have any questions, please email me, call me, or go ahead and visit my website at www.pitchingdoc.com. Thank you.